This right here is where I spend the vast majority of my workday. So naturally, I have some productivity devices that make me significantly more productive, such as this little timer here, and these are the devices that I'm going to go through in this video. Your phone can be a procrastination device or a productivity device, depending on how you use it. So if my phone isn't charging on the MagSafe stand, I usually put it behind my laptop so it's completely out of the way and doesn't distract me. And I often go one step further and I can put my phone in deep focus mode using Opal. So Opal is a phone and computer app that helps you protect your focus so you can make the most out of your everyday. And with Opal, from 8 AM to 12 PM, my phone will automatically go into deep focus mode, which means it will block me from using my most distracting apps. And for me, these are Facebook, Gmail, YouTube, WhatsApp, and Instagram. I can still use my phone though, because sometimes I do need to take calls and access my calendar, my task list, but I just don't get distracted anywhere near as often with those social media apps blocked. And within the app, I can also see which apps are distracting me the most. So you can see here, so far today, I've used my task list app Todoist the most, which is considered productive. So the 33 minutes and 22 seconds is in blue. However, my second and third most used apps are YouTube and Facebook, which are in red because they are considered a distraction. Now you can see, even if I wanted to procrastinate on Facebook, I can't. And on a side note, the design of the UI in the app itself is genuinely one of the best designed apps I've ever used. And I've reviewed probably hundreds of productivity apps at this point. So if you do want to improve your focus, whether you're getting distracted on your phone or getting distracted on your laptop, you can download Opal for free. I'll drop a link in the description below. The next device that helps me with my productivity is this lamp right here. So Professor Marty Lobdell made a video about this more than 10 years ago, and that video's got more than 20 million views. And he talks about how essentially having a study lamp on your desk is so helpful for your concentration and focus. So every time you come and sit down, you turn on the lamp. As soon as you take a break or you finish working, then you turn off the lamp. And you keep doing that. And what happens is your brain links the light turning on to deep focus concentration mode. It's kind of like when you go to a library. When you go to a library, the environment alone makes you want to stay focused. It makes you want to study. It makes you want to work. However, if you go to a KFC, you're probably not going to be in the mood of concentrating. So this little lamp here can actually really help with concentration. And the lamp is connected to a Philips Hue bulb. So I can increase the brightness, I can increase the temperature, I can even change the color. And this is great for focus because you don't want a light that is too bright, you don't want a light that is too dim, you don't want a light that is too cold or too hot. But what I like the most is because all of my lights in this apartment are connected to the Philips Hue ecosystem. With one button on my remote, I can turn off all the lights except for the laptop and the TV. And then I turn them back on again with this button here and it turns all the lights on. You could say that's a productivity hack in that I don't have to go around the apartment turning on all the lights individually, but it's more of just a fun thing that I can press one button and all of the lights come on. What's also nice is I can control not just turning them on and off, but I can also change the colors. So if I want my apartment to be red for whatever reason, I can do that. If I want it to be pink and blue, I can do that. And I can change any bulb to any color using the Philips Hue app. My MacBook right here is the workhorse of pretty much all of my productivity throughout the workday. Without my MacBook, I wouldn't be able to work. It's kind of like a farmer without a tractor. How is he going to farm the fields without a tractor? And so this is my MacBook. I'm really not a fan of dual display monitors. I just think that multitasking has been proven so many times to not be productive. In fact, it's counterproductive. So I like just the simplicity of having one device, one screen, and I can focus on that one singular task that I'm working on, as opposed to having two screens, three screens, and then focusing on 2 or 3 different things at the same time, which is just not very efficient. And a bonus to that, I don't have to shell out another $400 for a screen here, and then another $100 for a dedicated keyboard. I can just have one screen, one laptop, super simple. And in terms of productivity, if you're using a laptop and not using a mouse, I just think you could be missing a trick here. And it is incredible for a laptop touchpad. It's just not as efficient as a mouse. And if you're working with a mouse, you're just going to get more done than if you're working throughout the day with a touchpad. This is the Logitech MX Anywhere 3, and it means that I don't need a mouse mat. So even when working in coffee shops, on wooden tables, on glass tables, on plastic cables, I don't need a mouse mat. I just bring my laptop and my mouse. I think one of the best productivity hacks for me personally is to not spend my whole day here. I spend probably 3 hours of my workday here, and I spend maybe 7 to 8 hours of my workday in coffee shops. And so that's another reason why I have a very simple tech solution, if you like, with my MacBook and my mouse, because I carry these devices around with me in coffee shops every single day, and I use a Bellroy laptop caddy for this. And so I don't need a big heavy backpack. I literally just carry it in my hand, and it's very minimal. But what I like about this, and I've had a lot of laptop cases, what I like about this, it has of course the laptop sleeve, but it has this section here where I can put my mouse, I can put my laptop charger, and I can put any other little, like my timer in here, my AirPods and whatnot, and it all fits in here, so I don't need to carry a big heavy backpack on my bag wherever I go. And I literally use that Bellroy laptop bag every single day, and I've been using it for a good 7-8 months. It's been amazing. One of the best $5 I've ever spent, at least in terms of productivity, is this timer right here. And what I do is the Pomodoro technique, right? Where I'll start a work session, I'll set this to 40 minutes, I'll have it counting down, and then as soon as it hits 0, I'll take a 5-10 minute rest, and then I'll go back to work. And then after my break, I'll put this back up to 40 minutes again and repeat the process. The reason why I have a dedicated timer and I don't just use my phone is because a phone can be really distracting if you have it right next to your laptop like this. I do not want my phone staring at me while I'm working, but this timer here, it just adds that, hello Mia, it just adds that level of urgency that you don't have infinite time, that the timer is counting down. It's essentially Parkinson's law in action, where if you give yourself an hour to write an assignment, you'll write it in an hour, but if you give yourself the whole day to write an assignment, it will take you the full day to complete it. So having this timer is super useful. I bought it for like $5 from like AliExpress or somewhere like that. My next device are my AirPods, and I feel like the AirPods are one of the most underrated productivity devices out there. Not just the AirPods, but any active noise cancellation earphones or headphones, because about 80% of my workday is actually in a coffee shop, and so often the coffee shop has loud music in the background, or children crying, or people talking, and so active noise cancellation, when I'm really trying to focus in my deep focus mode, having these just to drown out all the sounds going on around you to help you focus, so helpful. I literally don't leave the house without these. I don't know what I'd do without them. The next accessory that helps me with my productivity is the good old-fashioned water bottle. Now, one of the symptoms of dehydration is fatigue, low energy, and so it's so obvious and we know this, but at the same time it's so easy to forget to stay hydrated. So having a water bottle right next to you when you're working is super helpful. And also every morning for the last maybe 2-3 years, I've drunk a full one of these just to stay hydrated, because when you're sleeping at night, your body is every hour dehydrating, then you wake up in the morning and you're dehydrated. So it's a really good habit just to drink half a litre of water or a litre of water as soon as you wake up in the morning. My next productivity accessory on my desk is my cat. No, just kidding. Is my MagSafe stand. So unfortunately, my phone is about 3 years old and the battery's not great. I've had it replaced once before, but the iPhone batteries just don't last that long. So having this MagSafe stand is helpful here in that I don't have to worry about my phone dying halfway through the day, because whenever I'm working at my desk, I usually have my phone on the MagSafe stand charging. This stand was actually from Grovemade. I think they sell it for about $180. I didn't pay for it. They sent me it about a year and a half ago, but crazy build quality. I mean, it's built like an absolute tank. I'm not sponsored by them, but if you want a solid MagSafe stand, then Grovemade are definitely worth checking out. One of my favorite parts of this desk setup is my desk itself, in that it is a standing desk. If Mia can move a little bit, and it goes up and down. And this is incredible. When I do Zoom meetings for like 30 minutes, an hour, it's great just to stand up and kind of move around a little bit, albeit still at my desk. It's way better for my back and just healthier. Particularly important for me because I'm sitting down pretty much 12 hours a day. So just having a standing desk where I can at least stand up 2-3 hours a day while working, super helpful. And also having this shelf here is really good as well. It just helps clean things up, and I can put things underneath. I've got my audio interface there, but also my camera would normally go there, but I'm filming with it right now. And another thing that I'll talk about really quickly is my filming setup. So I've got a light there, I've got a microphone there, my camera would go there, I've got my headphones there, and I've got my audio interface here. So whenever I need to film, I literally just press record on my camera right here, and then I plug in my headphones, and then this audio interface is already ready to go. So it literally takes me about less than 60 seconds to actually start recording, whether it's a Zoom video or a YouTube video. And if you did like this video, do check out my Apple ecosystem video where I talk about how my MacBook, my AirPods, my iPhone, my iPad, my watch, all connect together in Apple's ecosystem to make me significantly more productive. You can click on the card on the screen here to watch that. And do check out this video's sponsor, Opal, link in the description below.